Hello again, everybody, and welcome to CT Sports Now as our Parade of Champions continues. Yes, time to welcome in the Class S champions of boys lacrosse. I'm Mark Robbins. That man is no offense. These younger men than us are part of the state champs from St. Joe's. Noah, you want to introduce them?
Fellas, this is the St. Joe's championship players, captains from St. Joe's. You guys coming off back-to-back state championships.
Yes, sir.
So congratulations.
That's right. Brian Viglione, Kyle Burbank. Thanks, guys, for coming by.
I just want to say that if you don't want to hear from the state champs, turn the channel right now because we got a whole bunch of them coming in. We're starting with St. Joe's. Guys, congratulations to you. It's kind of old hat, right? 2 in a row. No big deal, or really is it a big deal?
I mean, it's always a big deal. We're seniors. I mean, we've been a part of the program 4 years together, and to end on a state championship's great.
How is it feeling, Brian? How is it different at the end, at the first few moments after you won, and to this point, this year as opposed to last year?
I mean, last year I was a captain as well, but being a senior, it's just way more special to be able to end your career on a high note.
All right, so I'm going to ask the question that everyone's talking about, and I'm sure you guys are hearing this. People are saying St. Joe's is too good. St. Joe's shouldn't be in Class S. What are your thoughts on that? Would you welcome a chance to play in Class M or Class L? What are your thoughts?
I mean, for me especially, I mean, I know us as players have zero control over that, so we just go out there, we play our hardest, and, you know, if they don't want us to be in Class S, then we still are, so we go out and win. But for me personally, I think we would definitely compete in Class M if that's the question, but as of right now, we're in Class S, so we go out there and do our job.
Yeah, I know I'm not asking you to change anything.
No. This year's team, where were some of the strengths?
Definitely in our defense, our goaltending. Our offense picked it up the second half of the season.
You were young in the offensive side, right?
Yeah, we have a fresh sophomores and I think 2 juniors on offense. We didn't have a single senior, so to be able to put in goals like we were able to in the second half of the season was really nice.
So being a captain with all that youth, what's it like getting this team ready, and how did you get it to get better as the season went along?
I mean, definitely one thing my coach always says is you can't teach experience, so we had to, go hard. I'm at practice, like this is what it's going to be like in the game, especially playing in the FCAC. But, you just got to tell them to go out there and not be nervous because these freshmen and sophomores, it's like their first time playing fast-paced lacrosse. So once they got going towards the end of the season, it was really special to watch.
Your coach talked about preparation for this year's championship year started the day you won last championship. Yeah. How does that work? You guys get any rest time, or are you hitting the weight room? What are you doing to start preparing as soon as that last game ends?
Really, as soon as the season ends, we head into summer lacrosse. Most people, we break apart and everyone plays on their own team, but we try to get as many kids as we can on one team. And then we lift all winter and all fall to prepare for the spring.
Summers has been a postseason, a playoff rival of you guys for the last several years. And you don't get to play them during the regular season, but you seem to see them every year in the tournament. You played them in the quarterfinals. How do you get through that game, a nice win, and then not let down? How did you stay up, positive, and focused?
Well, my coach said right away that when the bracket came out is, well, first of all, we got to focus on North Branford, which we took care of them. And he told us that this is probably going to be the state championship game, like everyone says. So we went in just with the same motivation as we did last Saturday, and after we won, we kept the energy up, made sure we finished the job.
Let me ask you about the state championship game. Bacon Academy's team you probably hadn't seen, right? Came in having had a terrific season, and they frustrated you guys a little early on, at least when it came to scoring. They put a zone on you guys. It was 3-3 at halftime. I think you guys broke the tie to make it 4-3 with 8 minutes to go or so in the third quarter. What was that game like? Were there nerves, or was it kind of like, we got this, we know we got this, it's just a matter of getting through that zone?
We kind of
You're wowed by these highlights.
Yeah, we kind of knew that in the second half that our coach always says, the dam's going to break. So we just had to keep putting pressure on that zone, and their defensemen were going to start to get tired because we have a very fast-moving offense. So a zone is likely to get tired.
and you shut them out in the second half too.
Yeah,
Right, the
that
final score was
certainly helps.
9-3.
Yeah, how did you do that, Kyle?
Well, I mean, there was a couple goals in the first half that I knew I should have had, and I was just kind of caught up in the glory. It was my last high school game ever, so I made sure that I didn't let him score a second half. Not in an arrogant way. I just really wanted to go out there and prove that we were the better team on the field.
So you talked about maybe a shutout in the second half?
It was my goal, obviously.
Yeah.
I can't control everything, but that's always the goal of a goalie going into a game. You want to let up as few goals as possible. So.
And then the celebration and the fun afterward. Which team is better, last year's state championship team or this one?
Well, I mean, last
Who would
year,
win?
I don't know. Last year we had a couple great players that we would hand them the ball and say, "You go 1v1, you go score." This year is more intricate passing. Getting the ball to the right spots. Like he said, we had, I don't know, I think 4 sophomores, a freshman, 2 juniors on offense. So we were very fast-paced moving the ball rather than, as you can see on the screen, Jared Malazzi beating a guy one-on-one and putting in the bottom corner. So definitely 2 different teams. I mean, it'd be really cool to see us go head-to-head. But, yeah.
Of course, possible, isn't it? I'm sure I don't have to point out. Was there something about this team that you guys can look back on and either a really funny moment, something that some people don't know about, or something that happened behind the scenes that you guys obviously hit on something, right?
For me, it's our defense is, kind of brutal during practice. So a lot of the attack will be complaining when we're either hitting them too hard or going a little too hard on defense. But it was all to prepare them, and yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun.
Cool. Well, fellas, congratulations to you. This is great stuff. Savor this. You guys get to go out with 2 straight championships. Yeah. Not a lot of people that get to do that, although we're going to meet somebody coming up next.
Yeah, and these 2 are going on to play collegiately. Next year, Kyle going up to Rochester Institute of Technology to play and be an engineer eventually.
Be close to the snow so you can snowboard a little more.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
And Brian's going to Pace to play for the Setters, right?
Yes, sir.
What are you going to major in?
Finance.
All right.
All right, I'm going to
Wonderful.
get my resume. We're going to
There
take
you
a
go.
quick break.